Hey guys, what it is, it's yo girl Cadillac. I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before all face to black. Yeah, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, coming through the end of December, December, girl, can I get the month right? November the 2nd, right? Yeah. So basically I was just gonna do a video before I go on in the house and actually, I don't know, hopefully work on my channel a little bit. Because I'm not quite sure where this channel is going, what content is gonna end up being on this channel, because I'm in the process of distributing my content to different channels. So I think this is going to be my vlogging channel, but until I have an actual home for each content, a bucket for each one, right now this is just the mixing pot basically of me. You're getting all sides of me right now, but I will narrow it down. Anyway, so today I wanted to speak on a topic that this is a prison wife channel at the moment, even though I don't get to talk about a lot of prison wife content, but a lot of prison wives may go through this. And even if you ain't a prison wife, possibly you could go through this. So yes, I'll link it in the description, but there was a video where I was talking to my daughter Money, and I was asking her, does she feel like her life is in a cycle? When you live life in a cycle, well, you can check what she said. It's in the description box. We were kind of, I don't know, we were serious, but then we also be playing around. So it's crazy. It's cute. I love chopping it up with Money, and with my family. I'm a person that I go through so much stuff, which I guess it ain't nothing because everybody tell me everybody got problems. But so I don't know how big my problems are. They're humongous to me. But in the scheme of things, I don't know how big they are and how small they are. But baby, they breaking me down for real. But despite that, I always crack jokes. I'm always trying to be, hang out, have fun. I like to spend time with my family. And also I like to just do the things that try to make me happy, because I want to find some happiness in this life before I leave this earth. Who knows how much more time any of us have. So I don't want to live the rest of my life the way I live the first part of my life. The first part of my life I have lived. And okay, so when you're a child, you really can't, whatever happens while you're a child, that's not really anything that has to do with your doing. But once you become an adult, I picked up some very bad, habits, which, when really it does stem from childhood. Most times when people pick up bad habits, they pick them up during childhood or young adulthood, and then they kind of keep those bad habits, I guess, for the rest of their lives. Because we live in a society, we live in family units, we're in social spaces where when somebody is wrong or does something wrong, you can't check them. You can't say, hey, that wasn't cool. You can't say, hey, that hurts me. Hey, you shouldn't be doing that. Everybody is so offensive. Like they're easily offended. So you basically can't say anything. So when a person has bad behaviors or bad things that they do, they continue to do it because nobody is big enough or willing enough to stand up Yes, I love you, but I need to tell you that you're wrong. Or, yes, I love you, but I need to tell you what you're doing is hurting me. Um, Nobody wants to choose sides. Nobody, I mean, it's like, I don't know. Say two brothers when they're kids, they're fighting, right? And this happened a lot when I was a child. And it's one of the things that kind of effed me up for real. And it's one of the things that I took into my adulthood. Whenever there was an altercation in my family and two were arguing, or I'm always slow to argue. You really have had to been on my nerves for a long time before I even say anything to you. But if I'm arguing, they would come in and they would say, y'all need to stop. Y'all. They never ask, so what is the situation going on? What's happening? What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? And then make the judgment, well, I'm so sorry. I love you. We still kinfolk, but that's not cool. And okay, so, that would actually cause the person to be like, well, maybe what I'm doing is not okay. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe I am wrong. But whenever you're never checked on anything, you don't change anything. I do self-evaluation a lot. I over self-evaluate, which turns into me basically always beating myself up. Keita, you could have done that better. Keita, you should have done more to keep the peace. Keita, you should have. And I'm like, hold on a minute. I am one of the most less confrontational persons in this world you will ever meet. If you know me personally, it's hard. Many people irritate me, make me mad, disrespect me, and I never say a word. I feel some type of way, but I'm always being the bigger person and saying it's not worth it. It's not worth it. But these are the core things that have caused my life to be where they are. Never speaking up for myself. Never telling people how I truly feel. What you're doing does hurt me. What you're saying does hurt me. You're talking about me. It does hurt me. Talking behind my back. Treating me nice in my face, but but that's human nature. I know that. That's the main reason why I don't even have friends, because of the fake and phoniness. I don't know. And I really choose to be around. I don't have a big family, but I try to choose to be around less family as possible too, because even a lot of my family, I don't even think so. Living in a cycle, that's a big cycle. Constantly, always taking the short end of the stick, always taking blame for everything. It's my fault, no matter whether it is my fault or not my fault. Do you know that causes you to doubt yourself? It causes you to feel lower about yourself, because if it's your fault, that means you're doing something wrong. And for a person to always do something wrong, and always, no matter how they try to, before I make any move, see, that's one thing that's different between me and Marcello. Marcello gonna move. He gonna say what he want to say. He gonna do what he want to do, and then he'll think about it later. Before I even open my mouth, before I say a word, before I make a move, I've thought about it, thought about it, thought about it. I've thought about the repercussions. I'm sorry. I play out scenarios. If I do this, then this could happen. If I do that, then that could happen. I always try to, I don't know. I try daily to work on myself. And many people just don't. They just don't. And when you get to the point where you don't want to work on you, you stop growing as an individual. And I would hate to be a person that stops growing. That's why a lot of times you see childish adults, because they've never worked on themselves. Nobody's ever checked them, and they don't check their own self and their own behaviors. So that's become a cycle in my life that I do want to break. I can almost tell a person's true feelings about me and I've never been one to judge love by you telling me you love me. I don't even believe people when they say they love me. I listen when you say that, and then I analyze. Okay, if this person loves me, would they say the things they say? If this person loves me, would they do the things that they're doing? If this person loves me, when I tell them something that I don't like, would they keep doing it? If this person loves me and I'm saying that I need time or space alone and they refuse to give it to me, if this person loves me but they won't support me, if this person loves me, and I could just go on and on and on. So once I compute all that in my head, it doesn't equate to love to me. So when you tell me you love me, it goes in this ear and it comes back out of here. Have you ever heard people say that old people just say whatever they're feeling? As I get older, I'm starting to be that way. People see me, I'm like a sheep. I'm a soft-spoken person. I'm a very nice person. I'm a quiet person. And I am a loner. So 9 times out of 10, you're not going to see me around anybody. Outside me being with my little nephews and my niece and my daughter and stuff like that, you wouldn't see me with nobody. I love to spend time alone. I'm a loner. I'm a quiet person. You most likely ain't gonna hear 2 words from me in real life. I get here, I can't get on here and just look at you. I gotta say something to you here. You know what I mean? But in real life, you probably wouldn't even hear boo from me. And people see that. And I've actually, okay, guys, look, I believe God has really been opening my eyes on a lot of things. Like I said, I do self-analyze all the time. And I keep getting into the same situations. And I can't understand why I can't grow and why I can't prosper. So I'm always go back to myself. And I'm like, Keita, you're not growing because it's something you're doing wrong. So let's see what we can do. Let's try to fix this. Let's try to fix that. And I think the one thing that I've never fixed was putting others before myself. In the whole scheme of things, how could I ever expect to be anything? How could I ever expect my channel to grow? How could I ever expect to be that graphic designer if every time you have a problem, I'm dropping whatever I have going on, don't matter how important or how non-important it is, I'm dropping it to come help you solve your problem. Now let's put the shoe on the other foot. Let's change shoes. Let's switch shoes. When I have a problem, number one, most times I don't go to nobody. I don't want to burden people. I try to fix my own problems. I really do. It's hard for me to even go and open my mouth and tell another that I need help. So I'm not going to people asking for help. If I ask you for help, baby, I truly need your help. I ask you to, anything I ask you, if I really ask you, I really need the help. Just like I asked people to support my channel, I even said that, okay, I may not be the best YouTuber in the world. Okay, you probably don't like what I'm talking about. Okay, that's fine. But we're so-called family and friends, right? And family and friends support each other. So play my video on silent and just throw the phone down. Whenever your phone ain't in your hand, just play a video. It will help the algorithm catch. And once the algorithm catches, I will no longer need, assistance. I'll be able to help my own self. And I promise you, that was like pulling alligator teeth. I used to go get the links to my video and I would personally text them out or I email them out. And very few would actually click those links and watch or just let it play like I was asking, right? Now, the minute my channel takes off, I know they're going to be right there. I know it. That's how it works. That's how it works. They're going to be right there. But you know what I did? And it for years, ever since basically MySpace went away, I've been on Facebook. Facebook is made up of my family, most of my Facebook friends, my family, Marcello's family, people I went to school with, and people I went to church with. All of whom should support what I'm doing. I would think my family, I would think my family would support me because they know my true character and they know that I am an honest, decent person. And I'm not going to support and spend my time fighting for anything that's not honest and decent. Also, my family knows how hard I work. I wouldn't dare see a family member work as hard as I work, and I wouldn't lift a finger to assist if I could. Marcello's family, I would think that they would support because that's their blood. They knew him before I knew him. But yet, When he left, when he was taken, I promise you, it felt like it only hurt me. I've been the one fighting from day one. I never left. I never stopped. Every day of my life, I fight for that man. Every single day. Every day since he left. And I think it was August of 2002. No, actually, it was June. I'm sorry. I just went back and read the transcripts in the case. It was June. For my happy birthday, my husband was gone. From that day, and also actually in April, when the actual trial date when he was convicted, I've been fighting every day. I ain't never stopped, never gave up. My fight may have transferred from this thing to that thing. It might have been rapping, it might have been singing, it might have been YouTube, it might have been, but it's always been about trying to get that innocent man home. My friends or colleagues, I would think they would support me. But then I had to think, my Facebook made up of people that truly know me. Y'all on YouTube know me less than people on Facebook. These people know me in real life. And these people watch me in anguish in real life. And just, it doesn't affect them or bother them at all. I can understand if you don't know me and it doesn't affect you. But when you truly know who I am and it doesn't affect you, that hurts. That really does hurt. There was this quote, oh my gosh, from Martin Luther King. And I can't say it exactly. I want to read it, but I'm on the phone recording. But it was basically, you don't remember so much what your enemies. There was another interruption, but the quote was I'll read it later, but it was basically saying you're not going to remember what your enemies said or did. Something like that. But what you are going to remember is the silence of your friends and family, or it was something around that. And that's real. With that, I'm out of time. All right, it's your girl Cadillac.